before you knew it, I was in Washington, D.C., in the White House, in the basement, at a secret ceremony where they awarded me this medal last night. And you're the first to know because tomorrow morning it's going to be in all the papers, and everybody's going to know. I just came back from Washington, D.C. They gave me the medal last night. Here it is, DTM, see, Daring Traveler to the Moon. They made a special medal just for me. And can you believe it? You're the first to know. And I'm so happy I could tell you all tonight this wonderful story. And as in the immortal words of Paul, the guy on the radio, now you know the rest of the story.
Fun fact about your old buddy Calder, the MC. I'm from Arizona, Phoenix specifically, and I know that was a lie because they filmed the real moon landing right by my house. What a racket, let me tell you. Lying third in our first round, Mr. Richard Stewart. Golden Dreams. Golden Dreams. Richard Stewart. Thank you, Calder. Welcome, friends. How many of you remember Michael Phelps?
Yeah.
Olympic champion
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
8 gold medals for swimming. Not 5, not 6, 8. I hate the guy. Okay, I admit I'm jealous. I used to be athletic. I mean, high school, football, gymnastics, I even lifted weights. What happened? I'll tell you what happened. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. It's too late. Or is it? No, it's never too late. I can hear the announcer now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London, England, the home of the World Olympics. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, Richard Stewart in the men's weightlifting competition. And what a story it is for Richard Stewart, eh, Joe? Amazing story it is. A man of his age, Bob. He appears to have come from nowhere, but here he is competing in the men's 500-pound clean jerk weightlifting competition. Unbelievable, Bob. Well, right you are, Joe. And word has it, Joe, word has it that Richard predicted that he would be in this competition weeks ago in Sunland, Tahunga at the Liars Contest, and no one believed he was telling the truth, but here he is. In fact, some people thought he was a nut. Well, I can vouch for that there, Bob. The man has no business being in this competition. He has no physique. As for a weightlifter, his upper body strength is nil. I don't see it. His legs appear weak and unstable. And as far as this Elks Lodge Liars Contest nonsense, I think Richard wishes he was telling a lie at this point because the truth is he has no business being here. Right you are. I think I agree with you there, Joe, but none of that matters now. Joe, none of that matters now. All that matters now is the 500 pounds of steel standing in front of Richard at this moment.
Whoa.
And will this be a moment of redemption and glory for Richard? Or will it be, as most people feel, a moment of utter humiliation and embarrassment for a man that most people feel is just about one taco shy of a combination plate? Well, I would make that 2 tacos myself there, Bob. The man just has no business being here. And you know, I've had experience in this weightlifting competition in Munich. I was busy in Munich. Oh, there's the bell. Right you are, Joe. Oh, and suddenly the whole stadium has gone completely quiet. All eyes are on Richard Stewart as he approaches the bar. Bob, the man can't even rosin up his hands. He should not be in this competition at all. Many people laugh at Richard's warm-up exercise. He says it gives him energy. Well, he's giving me a headache, Bob. I wish he'd get on with it. What was I thinking? I'm going to kill myself. He's probably saying, what was I thinking? You know, you're right there, Joe. That much weight, he could actually kill himself if he's not careful. But it's just amazing that he got this far. But I don't know if he can make it. The crowd is going crazy. I think he's got a tiger by the tail. Oh, no. He's fallen to his knees. Looks like it's all over for Richard Stewart. It's a sad day for a man that's got a big heart, but not enough energy to get the bar. No! He's getting up! He's not quitting! He's going for it! The crowd is going wild! The crowd is going wild!
Dust or asbestos or something.
No, it's not.
Well, how about that for a laugh? All right, here's what we're going to do. You've got yourselves 3 pieces of paper. Is that right, 3?
Right.
3 pieces of paper. Each one's got a name of a liar. You're going to take the slip of paper with the name of the liar you want to go away, the name of the liar you don't want to see in the next round. You turn in that slip of paper with the bad liar in it. We got somebody. That is an authorized agent to accept ballots. Don't just give them to Richard or whoever.
First vote, does everybody have 3 slips of paper? Yes! Anybody missing?
Nope.
Now I'll start taking the other ones.
Let me put these away.
Hang on to the liars you thought were good.
So give it to either Mick or me.
Here you go.
Mick is also authorized.
The loser. Giving me the loser.
still hemming and hawing? We're gonna give away some of the door prizes in a second. All right, none left to be turned in. Is that right? All right. Brenda, can I have Brenda up here? Brenda? Watch out. Now don't step on the powder. Richard won't give me a straight answer on just what that is. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to give away a few of the door prizes. Is that right?
Yes, yes. We're going to grab them. Well, you all are voting. I have my favorite, but I'm biased.
Now I want to stress one thing. Let's not give away the gold-plated Cadillac just yet. But let's pick out a few and we'll give those things out just now.
It's coming. I have to get the bowl with the numbers. Okay.
Ought to have Jeff Harmon run them up here, huh?
Okay, so we have lots of door prizes this evening for the money that you spend. You've already been entered into one raffle. So I think I'm going to have Richard Stewart pull the first.
Oh, have Sabrina.
Okay, Sabrina, pull the first.
I agree.
Yeah, my reputation is going down real
Don't trust him. Don't trust him.
Okay. A. Anderson.
That's me.
All right.
Can I say how oddly appropriate it is that we have A. Anderson receiving the first prize? Just how it is that we're selecting these alphabetically?
Okay, who's going to pull the next one for you? Mary Nance.
Oh, Mary Nance.
And Kit. And
Marlene,
Kit.
yay! How about one more?
One more. Okay, one more. I'm going to ask Miss Candace Laughlin to pull this one. Okie dokie. Richard Stewart!
I'm going to Disneyland.
You're going to Disneyland! All right! Thank you. You're very
Yeah, thanks very much. Now, Brenda is going to be back to dole out the rest of these prizes. So, may I assume that it's still possible to get in on this?
Absolutely, absolutely. $1 a vote, $1 a vote. We need every dollar counts for DHHS, all right? Especially you alumni. You know how in-depth we are. Help them out.
Thank you. Very good.
Okay, all right.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen. Are we still? Okay. Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got sort of a sad moment, and goodness knows I have mixed feelings about having to do something like this. I fear confrontation, you know. I don't want to mix it up with someone if I have to give them really bad news. You know, I mean, I'm not big and brawny and able to back up harsh words with my fists, so I just don't want to have to tell somebody they're not going on to the next round. But I got it. You know, that's why they pay me. What am I? I'm sorry, Mr. Chief Judge. What am I receiving? Nothing? Is that? I'm the big bucks. Yes. As you see, we have one trophy over there on that table. Just one, not three, not even two. One. So I gotta bring up to the stage the person who is not moving on, the worst liar among the three, and I'm sorry to say that it is Mr. Val Rodionov. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Val, let me tell you, it was one heck of a ride, am I right?
Yes.
What a wild, wild journey it has been since, when did we start, 7:30? Well, Val, before we say Dos Vidania, did I get that?
Yes.
Okay.
До свидания.
Before we say Dos Vidania, or goodbye, Val is going to give to us a swan song of a lie. This is the one he's going out on, the one that is going to go on his epitaph a long time from now. Really long time from now, no argument there. So here we are with Val Rodionov, Russian steam bath. Russian steam bath, Val Rodionov.
Completely naked, I'm sitting on the top bench of Russian sauna when the temperature is building up and reaching 190 degrees. I'm almost melting. Dear guests, I'm 16 and a half. And as long as I remember, I bathed in Russian sauna, also called, in Russian it's called Banya. And today I'm going to sauna alone. I usually went with somebody, but today I'm going alone. It's about 10 p.m. and it's one of the coldest days of winter. Literally 40 degrees below. It's so cold. I'm walking on the snow and it's crispy. And the sauna is located about 100 yards away from the house. And the house is there, the sauna is here, and about 200 yards further is the forest. And the sauna is about a third of the stage, from here to there. The entrance facing the forest, and if you go in, 1/3 of the sauna is the dressing room, and there's entrance to the sauna itself. There's huge stove with built-in metal barrel for hot water. And there's another barrel with cold water, and there are 3 shelves where we usually sit and bathe. And I'm walking from the house towards the banya, and it's a very, very clear air, clear and crisp. The moon shines, the stars. And I don't even need to use my flashlight because it's light enough. I'm going inside the sauna, and I undressed and I went inside. And I'm sitting there on the top shelf and I'm throwing water into the pit. It makes noise and steam, and temperature is building up and building up. And it's 190 degrees, I'm almost melting. And that's the time when we usually run outside, jump into fluffy fresh snow, and run back into the sauna to the heat. And I'm going outside. And this time I decided to do something different. There's a well about 30 feet from the entrance. And behind the well there is a fence. And they piled a pile of fresh snow behind the fence. So I decided to jump there and go back. And next to the well there's compacted snow and it's icy, like covered with ice. And I'm running, it's so cold, I'm running. And on the top of the fence there's a metal pipe, just like this. And I know that you don't leak frozen metal. don't touch it with your bare and wet hands. And I stuck to it immediately. And the only thought that came to my mind was the prank I played on my sister when I brought a completely frozen hammer from the outside and gave it to her to lick. She was stuck to this thing for 30 minutes. And at that moment I realized that my feet were stuck to the ice as well. And I'm standing there completely naked. And I noticed that a few green dots approaching from the forest. Wolves.
Whoa!
If a few moments ago I was uncomfortable and embarrassed to yell for help, so nobody sees me like this, now I wanted to yell, but I was paralyzed, petrified, and I peed my pants. Although I was completely naked, it went on my feet and then froze. And I became very quick, and I unfroze, unfroze. I knew what needs to be done. I realized that was invented as a self-defense mechanism if somebody stuck to the ground. And I also decided to yell, "Help! Help!" The wolves stopped for a moment and they charged at me. And I'm standing there and I'm still very quick. I know that was a successful action. I know that I need to use the same on my hands. And I'm trying to... It doesn't work. It worked earlier. But I'm quick. The wolves are almost jumping on me. They're very, very close. I can't even look at them. I can't hear them. I was muscular and I knew what to do. I jumped on the bar and I'm doing this. And the wolves are almost on me and I was able to free myself. I ran into the sauna and I slammed the door behind myself. Complete darkness. But I feel there's something off. I open the door from the sauna. Dim light comes in. And there it is. A wolf's head. It was snapped by the heavy wooden door and cut off. And it's still alive. Its eyes are twitching and it's still trying to bite. But I'm no longer afraid of it. Victory! I went to the sauna to warm up and to finish my bathing. In about 30 minutes or so, I went to the dressing room. I dressed myself. I took a shovel as a weapon. And I'm slowly opening the door. The wolves are gone. And the body is gone too. There's only blood of frozen pool left. They must have been very hungry. I went home that night. And from time to time, I tell this story. But for some reason, people tend not to completely believe it. But I was smart enough to keep that wolf's head. And anytime I tell the story, I bring it along. And here it is!
Well, that leaves us two surviving liars. And in order to facilitate the deciding of which is the better liar, I must call back up our Chief Judge, Mick Coventry.
So we figured the simplest way to decide this is to have either one of our remaining competitors come up. Richard, would you like to?
For the drawing?
For the drawing as to who goes first and
Oh.
who goes second. It's very simple. In one hand I have a pebble, and the other hand I have nothing. If you want to select... if you don't like that way, I'll do something with it. So, in one hand I have a piece of paper, and the other I have nothing at all.
Yes.
And if you pick the piece of paper, you get to select whether you go first or second.
Oh, so if I get the paper, I get to choose.
Yes,
If I don't, he gets to choose.
exactly.
All right. Paper.
Paper.
Where's
So,
Jeff?
Jeff, you want to go first or second?
Don't matter to me.
Then you get to pick.
I'm going first.
Okay.
All right, well, just a little bit of housekeeping here to be able to vote on this while they're getting ready. I need to know, I'm going to be walking quietly around to give you, so that you each have one slip of paper that says Richard Stewart and one that says Jeff. So if you already have that, you're good. And if you don't, I'll give you the missing piece and you can give me back the one that you have that's extra. So I'll be just walking around doing that while you're
I'll tell you what, let me float this idea. Perhaps we might give away one or two more door prizes while we're establishing whether everyone has enough ballots. Brenda, could I have you again, please? Yeah. Brenda Fortune, everyone.
Okay, I need Cressy again to bring me the bowl.
Now, Brenda, I had a thought. If you should successfully become honorary sheriff, I don't know, something about that struck me as it reminded me of like one of those old radio westerns. Sheriff Fortune.
Show us your spurs.
You got spurs?
I got spurs, baby. I got a horse, baby.
All right, let's give away, let's just do a couple.
Let's do a couple more. Okay. A couple more. I'm going to ask Ms. Vivian for one, please.
She is meandered out to the center of the audience. A dangerous place to be, frankly.
Tina Kenny.
Jimmy.
All right.
There you go, Ms. Kenny. Thank you.
Now that bag had an unpronounceable French word on it, so it must be something.
Yes, it did. You know, those are like vintage bags. Hold on to those bags. Okay, Mr. Noe, can you call the ticket for me?
No improprieties over there, I'm watching. And so is the sniper.
Into the light. Into the light.
Well, bringing things out into the light is really not in the spirit of a lying contest, but all right.
Still can.
What is that? What does this say? Just read the phone number, how's that?
310-709-2613.
Who answers that telephone?
310 number.
310-709-2613.
Oh, that's me.
I want to ask everyone in this audience to promise me you're not just going to call up that number. I mean, crank calls really are no longer funny when you're a grown adult, so don't do that. All right, no, let's move on. We'll come back to the door prizes after we have one more sad liar on our hands at least. All right then, let's move on to the championship round. Our first liar in this round, Jeff Harmon. The perfect ending. The perfect ending. Jeff Harmon.
So, you know, when Susan first asked me to appear in a liar's contest, I really didn't want to. I mean, I can't lie. finally said to Susan, okay, I got a really good story. It's so unbelievable, they're going to think it's a lie. So let's go with that. Isn't that right, Susan? Isn't that what went down?
Yes.
So here's a really good story, but it's true. You'll just have to do, and you be the judge. Anyway, so how many Dodger fans we have in here? Woo! Yes! All right. You're going to love this story. It's a true story, but it's about the Dodgers, so it's great. Here we go. So this happened again back in the 60s. I grew up in North Hollywood. Used to go down to Dodger Stadium all the time. So on the weekends, I'd ride my bike with friends. We sit out in the left. We love to sit out in the left field bleachers because if you get there before the game, you can catch batting practice home runs. And sometimes the guys out in the field that would be just shagging fly balls would turn around and throw the ball into the stands. It was great. You got there before the game, you get all that stuff. So I was there as usual before a game in the left field pavilion. And some Dodgers were out in the outfield just shagging flies, and one of them caught it. It was Sandy Koufax, because he was pitching that day, and he was working out in the outfield. So he caught the ball, and he turned around, and he threw it in the stands, and it came to me, and I got it. Sandy Koufax. Great. So I don't know what came over me, but I just said, I'd try something. I said, hey, Sandy! And he turned around, and I threw the ball to him. I don't know. It just seemed like a fun thing to do. And he caught the ball, and he looked up at me and said, nice arm, kid. Oh, wow. No one's ever said that to me before. Sandy Koufax, he said I had a great arm. Wow. It was a thrill. I mean, it was worth it giving up the ball for that. So anyway, the game started. Sandy was on the mound. He was pitching against the Cubs, and I was sitting out in the left field pavilion, just watched the game, and it was getting really exciting because he wasn't allowing anybody any hits. Like it was a no-hitter turning into a perfect game. Sandy Koufax, and watched this game go unfold, and we get to the 8th inning. It's still a no-hitter, and top of the 8th just went down. The Cubs are out. Dodgers were up, and I'm sitting there just watching the game, and all of a sudden, an usher and a couple of really big, burly security guards were standing right next to me. And one of them looks down and he says, come with us. I'm saying, what? He says, come with us. Oh, okay. And so I just follow him up the stairs and down to the parking lot level, and we were going down this corridor towards the dugout. And what's going on? There's a guard in front of me and a guard behind me. And we're walking. I says, what's going on? And the guy in front turns around and he says, Mr. Lasorda wants to see you. Tommy Lasorda, the manager? I said, yes. And hurry up, it's important. I said, okay, I'm walking. So we get around to the back of the dugout. It was like this hallway, and I'm standing there looking out at the field through the door, and Tommy Lasorda comes out around the corner. He's looking at me. He says, hi. And he says, what's your name, son? And I said, Jeff. And he says, we got a problem here, Jeff. As you can see, Sandy's pitching a perfect game, and he says you have a pretty good arm. And I said, I just threw the ball to him once. I guess I have a pretty good arm. He said, well, we need some help because his arm is shot. He said, we have to go out there for the 9th inning. We need some help. We got to keep this perfect game going. And so I said, okay, well, I guess I can try. And says, well, go warm up there in the batting cage, and you're going to go out at the top of the 9th and pitch to the Cubs. I said, well, wait a minute. I mean, he's a lefty. I'm a righty. He said, can you learn how to pitch left-handed? Just quick. I guess. I want a uniform. So we'll grab Sandy's over here. He's got a spare. Put on. You got to tuck in the cuffs and roll the sleeves a little bit, but it should fit you okay because he's like 5 inches tall. But so I go warm up. He says, well, wait a minute, Tommy, Mr. Lasorda. I mean, I want to help, but don't you have a bullpen somewhere? And he says, look out in the bullpen, Jeff. Do you see anybody? I said, no. Well, they went out to dinner last night. They all got food poisoning. There's nobody out there. He said,